Hello everyone. So let's start with the introduction towards your CS2. Okay. In this lecture, we are going to discuss what all are the chapters, what is expected from you, okay, what you need to study, how you need to study, what is our plan, like when we'll be completing our portion, what is the test wise chapter, how I'm proceeding with it, everything in detail. Okay. So we'll be discussing that today, and from tomorrow we'll be starting with CS2. So um, let's just wait for another minute here. I'll just share my screen. If anyone wants to join, can join in later. That's not a problem. I'll start with my introduction first. Um, again, I hope you can see my screen now. So I'm Viraj. I'm the founder of the Actuarial Academy. Apart from that, I have done my BCom from NM College, Nosi Munji College in Villaparle. I've cleared 11 out of 13 papers in Actual Science. I'm left with two papers, SS7, SP9, which I've already given last attempt. Let's just hope what my result would be, okay? If it's a great result, then it's okay. Else, even I'll be giving out one paper. That's not a problem. I've already studied for that, but yeah. Apart from that, I have around a teaching experience of 2 years, mentored around 500 plus students for actuarial science. Apart from that, I'm a consultant at Deloitte India, uh, where I have my experience in market risk, credit risk, risk management, enterprise risk management with respect to several banking, okay, as well as insurance companies. Okay. Uh, this is ideally my CV, or you can say my knowledge towards the actual science field. Apart from that, I teach CS1, CS2, and CM2. CS2 would be completely taught by me. However, CS1, we have a structure of me teaching the concepts as well as one individual taking it out solving. The individuals who would be teaching like the papers. So suppose I CS2. Most of the concepts which you will be teaching, I've already worked with that in real life. Okay. Um, so we'll be following that structure. Like whatever you will be learning. Okay, I'll even give you a real life example based on how we are going to apply. So this is just a basic introduction. Let me start with the CS2 introduction. Okay. Uh, CS2 ideally CS2. Okay. The basic paper basically is what's the name of the paper? It's risk modeling and survival analysis. Okay. Risk modeling and survival analysis. Risk modeling basically indicates ki like what all are the risks faced by the company. Okay. And how do we model it? Okay. And survival analysis is basically with respect to, let's understand this way. In your CT5 or your CM1, you would have been undertaking an analysis around like the premium calculation, the reserving calculation, and you would be estimating your mortality. So you will not be estimating, you will be estimating your results through your mortality. But how does this mortality come into existence? How it is done? Okay, how do we model it? How do we make sure that the mortality is as per the population which we are expecting? Those analysis with respect to undertaking a mortality table and making an analysis about like the number of individual dying, mortality, morbidity, those things we'll be learning in detail. Okay. CS2, what is a prerequisite of CS2? Okay, let me give you first that. The prerequisite for CS2 would be CS1, chapter 1, which would be the probability distribution, chapter 7 to 9. Not all the concept, definitely. Seven chapter might be all the concepts. Okay, with respect to 8th and 9th, especially the ending part. that is your chi-square test. Okay, your hypothesis confidence interval with respect to your probabilities, those would be important. Okay, nothing as such major would be not important. Okay, so like CS1 overall, even chapter 2 se thoda ho sakta hai. So overall CS1 would be very important, but these are the major chapters which would be important. Okay. Uh, we will be starting. Okay. The structure won't be exactly like we'll be doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, it won't be that way. Okay, I'll explain you the structure, how we will be going about it. But first, let me give you an idea about what all are the chapters. What is the chapter weightage? How we are going to study that? Okay, everything that in detail. Okay. So total, okay, CS2 has 21 chapters. 21 chapters, which comes from CT4 and CT6. CT6 has around like 4 chapters. These 4 chapters plus time series. Okay, these chapters. Okay, for these 4 chapters, we'll be looking at that first because that those are an easy chapter. Okay, and it can help you refresh your memory with respect to CS1. Okay, how do I mean refresh? Okay, one of the chapters is like extending what you have already been doing. So suppose exponential distribution and gamma distribution, uska mean variance, how do you calculate it? We extend those analysis with respect to the new distribution, which is Pareto, generalized Pareto, Weibull, beta distributions. Okay, so it'll basically be extending our analysis of your chapter 1. Okay, in the first chapter. So this will not only help you in order to like grasp your CS1 chapter 1, but it will also help you ideally to have like you can go back to your CS1, understand why this was done in that manner, so you that ample amount of time. Okay, so we'll be completing these first and then we'll moving on to CT4. I'm so sorry. Let me give a brief idea about the chapters. Okay, chapter 1 to 5. Okay, is called as Markov chapters. Okay, 1 is theory, 2 and 3 is Markov chain, and 4 and 5 is Markov jump. Okay, so first chapter we'll be understanding what all are the concepts which is required in order to do your Markov analysis. Then we'll be extending our chapter 1 analysis to your chain analysis. So like what happens over a period of time? What is the probability of being healthy to sick? These models basically. Okay. Obviously it's not these models. Okay. But like something similar to these models. Okay. And jump मतलब instantaneous time पे एक साथ jump कर देने का मतलब healthy है अभी next second तो मर गया. Okay. Right now you are healthy. Next second मर गए. For next second मरने का probability क्या है ना? That is nothing but your jump. So again, Markov chain से jump will be basically building that. Okay. So this is chapter 1 to 5 Markov chain. Okay. Where you will be learning about your stochastic process. Like how does the process work? Okay. Along with that, we'll be working on like your mortality projection. So this is useful for your mortality projection as well as your premium calculation. Okay. I'll be explaining you how this is useful. Okay. In the lectures, in your lectures, like offline and everywhere. Okay. So this is your chapter 1 to 5. Okay. Markov process and mortality. Okay. This is considered to be one of the most important chapters. Okay, being the most important chapters, it has a weightage of around 25%. Okay, 25% weightage seems to be fair enough. Okay, like it has a lot of weightage. So when are we going to do this? We are going to do this in the month of January or February. Okay, when you would be in the zone of properly studying, like you will be doing revisions, you will be doing everything. I'll give you a chain about how we'll be going, but like, yeah, in month of January, February, well, you will be deeply invested in CS2. I do not want you to take this lightly. So this is why this is done at a later stage. Okay. Chapter 6 to 12. Okay. It's all about survival models. Okay. You might have seen a few memes. Okay, we have even posted a few memes. Like I would like you to relate to that. Okay, when someone asks you about the day, okay, like what's your birth date or what's your age? You say that I'm 2000 born. Okay, therefore my age is right now 22. But what does this basically indicates? Okay, there are several type of birth year or your birth age. So it's nothing but age next birthday. Okay. We basically make your analysis with respect to this. Okay. Age nearest birthday and age previous birthday. Matlab, for each and every analysis, your age would be different. Why your age would be different, which area would be important, that we'll be basically understanding in ninth chapter. Okay. Your 6 to 8 chapter is basically if I were to give you an example, suppose you're making an analysis, okay? You're making an analysis, okay, with respect to an event, okay? Suppose you are examining whether your medical treatment to your cancer is effective or not. So you make a test to like 20 people over like a 1 year time. And you basically view that what is happening, how is the situation, is it improving or not? So suppose in 2 months time, two people die. Okay. 4 months time, like one people left the survey. Okay. And in like 1 year time, okay, basically more three people died. Then based on this analysis, okay, you can basically calculate whether your estimate, okay, of your basically treatment for your cancer is working as expected. Has it improved the industry standards? Okay, apart from that, the similar way you can make an analysis towards mortality. The same analysis, but with respect to mortality. This is a morbidity analysis कि like cancer में क्या effect आया. Similar, you can make a mortality analysis based on death from 60 to 70 in the 60 to 70 age, considering 10,000 people, and then viewing your analysis, something like that. Okay, that's the ideal criteria. This you will be doing in 6 to 8. Basically, this is a very intuitive chapter. Okay, very intuitive. If I were to be genuinely honest with you, again, this is so intuitive, it is like fun. Okay, you can literally visualize what is happening. It's not like CS1, to be very clear. It's not like CM1 also. CM1 was quite intuitive. CS1 was less intuitive. This is somewhat in middle. This is intuitive. Okay. Here for CS2, people tell that like it's the most difficult like subject of your actuarial science, but I do not agree with that. It's not the most difficult. It is considered to be easier one, but there are a lot of concepts. Okay. When I say a lot of concepts, okay, you need to remember each concept and application of that concept. That what makes CS2 more challenging. Okay. If you have the right amount of like, key like ये chapter में these are the concepts. This concept is used here, used here, used here. Okay, CS2 would be very easy to crack, very easy to crack. But yes, the papers are like tweaked a bit. Okay, so it won't be like directly like what you would be expecting with respect to solving. Okay, so we would be looking at more deeper analysis now. Okay, by including several additional mock papers from like acted. We have bought from mock papers from 2020 to 2022. So we have like three mock papers. We have our papers, everything in place. Okay. We'll be now even having a group of chapter wise tests so that you can make sure your starting your revision is perfect. Okay. But let's just go on to that at a later stage. But yes, we will be at least revising it twice. Okay. So let me move on to like other portion or other chapters. Okay. Chapter 13 and 14. Okay. This is known as a time series chapter. Okay, sorry, I forgot the weightage. Weightage is around 20%, 20 to 25%. We can expect that. 13, 14, two chapters related to time series. What do you mean by time series? Basically, like if you see the historical share price, okay, this is the historical share price. Okay, 100 hai, 101 hua. Okay, then basically at 6 months time it is 104. At 9 months time it is 84, and at 1 year time it is like 95. Based on that, what would be your share price over the period of time? So time series analysis is using a historical simulation method. In an historical simulation method, you use your past data in order to predict your future values. This is done using several models, which is known as an AR model, MA model, and ARMA/ARIMA model. How do you make sure you use your past data in order to predict your future values or your next value, whatever you want to call it, or we just tell it a forward value. Okay. This analysis is not only important in a financial world, but it is very important in an insurance world. Anything which requires future prediction with respect to your business or like your growth, your insurance company, financial company, time series analysis is a very crucial. Okay. I'm focusing on time series so much. Okay, so like even IFOA to dumb nahi hai. So IFOA also might have thought about this chapter as an important chapter. Yes, it's an important chapter. Two chapters has a weightage of 20%. Okay. Then let me give you an idea about 15 to 20 chapters. From 15 to 20, we'll be basically using your risk values. Okay. And basically predicting in your risk modeling. Okay. Risk modeling. Okay. How? Basically, as I told you, first we'll be looking at distributions. Remember, एक distributions करेंगे, CS1 से link करेंगे. Yeah, that is your 15 chapter. We'll be looking at the new distributions, making analysis with respect to that. We'll be undertaking your loss distributions. So how do you model your loss? Okay, and those stuff. Then we'll be looking at reinsurance. Reinsurance premium calculations, reinsurance or kitna paisa right hona chahiye, what would be, how you would buy a reinsurance. Okay. Your, I guess, Darini, yeah. Darini here is ideally like has worked in reinsurance. She would be the best individual. Like she is obviously my student, but yeah, I know about her. It's like a reinsurance she has worked for. She would be able to recall the most from you. Okay. So like reinsurance, different type of reinsurance. Okay. What would be the right value of reinsurance for a company to buy? We'll be studying that theoretically. Okay. So that's about reinsurance. Then we'll be looking at some new chapters, okay, which is EVT copula. These chapters were not in your CT4, not in your CT6. These are completely new chapters, okay, which has been extracted from SP9, okay, or you can say ST9, okay. Now let me give an example. What do you mean by EVT? Extreme value theory, okay, extreme value theory. Now understand, एक financial impact होना like a COVID में markets for like 25,000 Sensex पहुंच गया था. The Indian stock market 25,000. Okay. Nasdaq, the US stock exchange, fall by 40%. Okay. Right now, let's understand the Russia-Ukraine war. We are going into the recession stage. Recession was seen in 2008 financial crisis where the Lehman Brothers basically defaulted, or like the loan which was about to be received, okay, were not received, and therefore your credit default swaps basically got like high of a value and there was losses made. those are like one of the situations, okay? कोविड हुआ, ऐसा फाइनेंशियल क्राइसिस होना, वॉर की सिचुएशन आना, these are one of the situations. तीन सिचुएशन या चार सिचुएशन हुए थे इन द लास्ट 20 years, 2000 से लेके अभी तक, ओके? देयर वाज सम डॉट कॉम बबल्स आल्सो इन 2001, मतलब इंटरनेट कंपनीज बेसिकली गॉट बैंकरप्टेड, ओके? सो दोज वर सम ऑफ द एग्जांपल्स, ओके? सो डॉट कॉम बबल आ गया, and there were eurobond crisis also. So these are like 5-6 situations happened in 22 years. अभी ये सिचुएशन मेरे को आगे मॉडल करने को आएगा, ओके? सो फाइनेंशियल क्राइसिस एक बार हुआ, अभी वापस होना 20 साल के बाद, इट हैड अ मेजर इम्पैक्ट कि लाइक every company, okay, every company would like make a loss of billions of dollars. Okay, there was no growth, negative growth, everything happening. That situation again, it's like 1 in 1,000, okay, the probability. Okay, probability कम है, severity extreme है, you do not have enough data, then how would you model it? That is basically what your EVT does. Extreme value theory. EVT is very extensively used in banks. Okay, even I have been using EVT a lot. Okay, with respect to copula, what do you mean by copula? Copula basically means integrating two distributions together in order to make your future outcome. Let me give you one small example in order to understand this. Okay, what impact, okay, would a company have with respect to interest rate, inflation with respect to your company's growth? So basically ये दोनों को, suppose this is model with respect to a beta distribution, this is model with respect to a gamma distribution. अभी ये दोनों का साथ में इम्पैक्ट देखना है कंपनी पे, then how would I model? अलग अलग करके correlation would be a lengthy process. Or else let's just make this as one distribution. Okay, and ये जो distribution होगा, we'll make it basically use that distribution for growth analysis. Copula. This is what copula is. Okay. So this is like a real life situation, and like introduction to EVT and copula was so important. Okay. Ki like I could literally relate this to the real world situations. Like it is such an important chapter. Okay. Overall, this 15 to 20 15 to 10, 20 chapters has less weightage. It has around 20% weightage. Whether EVT and copula are given about 7 to 10% of the weightage, and these chapters has 10% of weightage. ओके, रीइंश्योरेंस चैप्टर्स है, रीइंश्योरेंस के जो भी चैप्टर्स होंगे ना, उसमें बहुत ज्यादा कैलकुलेशन होगा. सो दिस विल रिक्वायर अ लॉट ऑफ योर टाइम. ओके, so how we are going to plan about it? Let me give you an idea. Okay, there is one more chapter, chapter 21, which is machine learning, which is a very important chapter. Very important. Okay, the most important chapter. 10% of weightage. Even this was introduced when the CS2 portion came in. एक सम गारंटी मशीन लर्निंग का होने ही वाला है, एटलीस्ट इन योर आर. ओके, प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ आर इज 90% यूजिंग योर मशीन लर्निंग, एंड थ्योरी में आना इज 10%. Let not be too optimistic. Let's just assume to be 70 and 30. Okay. So like here, if you see, okay, बहुत सारे chapters. Okay, let me give you an idea. 60% of your question paper would be like your sum solving, and 40% of your paper would be theory. I'm going to tell you right from today. Okay, theory में 100 on 100 नहीं आने वाला है. Theory में you could expect 30 के around your marks. Okay, if you basically understood what they are expecting. Okay, so you are going to lose around 10-15 marks in theory 100%. So paper effectively becomes 85, 90, and theory is like extreme. तो theory के कितने सारे chapters है? There are literally chapters which will just include theory. So theory is like application of those concepts in your real world situation. Okay, and directly underlying the concept directly उसका questions पूछ लेंगे. Okay, in your 40% of your theory. Theory में अगर अभी से करवाना चालू कर लूं, okay, then end तक भूल जाओगे. I'm 100% sure theory भूलने ही वाले हो. So theory will keep it towards the end. I'm not telling exam के 2 दिन पहले, okay? Exam के 1 महीने पहले. Our aim would be to complete the portion by hook or crook, okay, 1 month before the exam under any circumstances. When I tell you that अपना portion 1 महीने पहले होगा, मतलब मैं भाई भगा के खत्म नहीं करने वाला हूँ. I'll be giving you enough time in order to solve also. So it won't be like खाली मैं खत्म करने के लिए भगा रहा हूँ. So if I will doing a chapter and if I can do okay some in like 10 hours 20 hours में सारे sums मैं कर लेता हूँ. Okay. When I sit to solve sums, I usually take an hour, जो तुम लोग को 30 minutes से usually लगता है. But I usually take out hour because I do deep down analysis every time I view a sum. So when I say 20-30 hours लगेगा, I won't be giving you 30 hours ऐसे like I will be giving you whole week in order to solve. It won't be an unrealistic target, okay? Unrealistic target. It would be properly a realistic target, but I'm very serious about the deadlines. ओके व्हेन आई टेल कि भाई ये टाइम पे ये खत्म होना चाहिए मतलब खत्म होना ही चाहिए. ओके यू डूइंग 80% ऑफ थिंग्स 5-7 सम छूट गए हैं वो बाकी है दैट इज स्टिल फाइन. ओके यू आर गोइंग आउट फॉर अ वीक you are like having college exam. I'm fine having a 1 week delay and then you covering up in the next week. I'm fine with that. Okay. But अगर 2 week से ज्यादा delay हो रहा है कुछ भी then I will escalate that issue. I'm very serious about the timelines under any circumstances, okay? मेरे को मेरा काम काम खत्म होना ही चाहिए. You party, you do whatever you want. You wanna go out, you wanna go for a trip, you wanna go to US, you wanna go wherever you want. I literally don't care. मेरा काम मेरे टाइम फ्रेम पे खत्म होना ही चाहिए. Okay, that's the rule you have to follow in if you want to pass. CS2 requires consistency. अगर वो छूट गया, if you like go back, if you get a delay, मतलब सब कुछ delay पे होगा and you won't be able to pass CS2. I'm literally telling you मुंह पे. Deadline follow नहीं करोगे, CS2 नहीं pass होगा because this is very vast, very vast. Okay. And again, see, even if we start today, next week तक मैं time दो and then again Diwali weekend आ गया. It's like 22 to 26 are proper holidays. And everyone would be going out. I won't be expecting you all to do. मतलब I understand कि like everyone has like trip plans or like family get-togethers and वो पूरा दिन निकल जाएगा. And I won't be expecting you all to study during that time also. Okay, I won't be expecting you to study during that time. But like studying with respect to other time is very important. Okay, we are going to start with 15 to 20. Okay, these chapters, excluding your EVT copula, we'll be completing 15, 16, okay, 18 and 19. Okay, 16, 17 is copula EVT. So we'll be doing those chapters first. This requires a lot of calculation, and as you can see, the weightage is quite minimal. Okay. We'll be having a hybrid structure, definitely offline classes for some important chapters such as Markov chain jump, definitely offline lectures. Theory chapters like time series, definitely offline lectures. इसमें chapter 9 में people face difficulty, definitely offline lectures. Okay. Some of the lectures I would prefer it online, such as your theory chapters. इसमें है ना थोड़े theory chapters है, directly chapter number 11 है. वो एकदम theory है and it doesn't require so much of your attention. I would prefer that offline or your recorded version. Okay. Your doubt solving, definitely offline lectures. R. R कैसे करेंगे? हम लोग है ना पहले theory करेंगे. When we'll be doing theory ना, we'll be completing theory. I'll be giving you time again to revise those theory and then I'll be taking test. When I'll be taking tests now, then I will be moving with R. Because R mein, okay, you need to be very sure that you know your theory perfect. So if you follow what I'm saying, before 1 month, you will be done with 2 revisions. I'm not talking about portion completion, but one more revision also. And having solved enough test papers. Okay. We'll be having a group of chapters wise test, not a chapter wise test. Okay. Some chapter wise tests such as machine learning. Okay. Markov chain jump, मतलब ये खाली second chapter is chain, okay? Third chapter is not an important chapter. So वो एक chapter wise test होगा. वैसे होगा, okay? You do not have to worry कि कौन सा chapter wise है, कौन सा नहीं chapter wise है. But your test paper would be structured in such a way that it would cover a vast amount of things, and so that you can literally apply what is happening, okay? What do you mean by literally apply what is happening? I would like you to like basically think कि कौन से chapter से क्या आ सकता है, in what extent it can be asked, and integrating two chapters together. So this is how we are going to do it. Okay. Apart from that, towards the end, 1 month के बाद, we won't be just leaving you ऐसे ही by अब जो करना है तुम लोग करो. No. Okay. Even after that, we'll be sitting one on one individually or like a group, and we'll be discussing on the further timelines. What do you mean by timelines? So like after before 1 month, what we need to do, at what time we need to do. So initially, after 1 month, we're starting with the revision, having 1-2 days in buffer so that you can revise whatever you feel difficult. Then we'll be moving on to papers. 15 days of paper solving is must. I consider paper solving as Bible. Okay. What do you mean by Bible? It is the most important thing. Paper solving nahi kiya, then nahi chalega. When I mean paper solving, 10 years of paper solving at least. Okay, 15 days of that I'll giving you with our papers, कैसे क्या करना है, बीच में we'll be having mock exam, we'll be having enough time frame, okay, कि बीच में एक आध 2 दिन भी तुम लोग को दूंगा कि in case papers के बाद तुम लोग को कौन से chapter easy डिफिकल्ट लगते हैं वो रिवाइज कर लो, पेपर की मिस्टेक्स देख लो कि आगे के पेपर्स में ना हो, कौन सा पेपर कब करने का वो भी मैं तुम लोग को गाइड करूंगा. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट टुवर्ड्स द एंड, ओके, एग्जाम के 5 दिन पहले क्या रिवाइज करने का, कैसे रिवाइज करने का, गाइड यू टुवर्ड्स दैट. In order for you to take this advantage, you need to be present to in all the lectures. Okay, if you have any clashing, okay, like I have college or college exam, if you want to go out, do not give me that reason. I want to go out with my friends. Okay, you need to sacrifice something. Okay, I'll be more than happy to shift by an hour or two. If you have some college exam or something like that, you want something like 2-3 days, aage piche, I'm more than happy to do that. Okay, but whatever is the timeline, like 2-3 days मैंने extend भी किया, तुम लोग को 2-3 दिन चाहिए था, पर 3 दिन के बाद जितना बोला है उतना complete होना ही चाहिए. Okay, I have structured my timetable in such a way कि like in till November we'll be like doing your 15 to 19 chapters. November के बाद we'll be picking up, तो तुम लोग का result आ जाएगा, you will be much more clear whether you want to go with CS2. We'll be taking up more important chapters after that, and we'll be solving revision notes that will include your past paper questions. Apart from that, we'll be using even acted additional flashback cards. Okay, and I'll provide you those materials obviously, and additional sum solving. Here we won't be assuming it's an online exam. We'll be considering this as an offline exam only. Okay, why? Because I want you to learn each and everything. Why? Because एग्जाम में टाइम नहीं मिलने वाला है कि भाई चैप्टर खोलूं, लेट मी सी क्या लिखा है और मैं लिख लूं. ऐसा नहीं होने वाला है. टाइम पेपर छूटेगा ही वरना. एंड वी विल बी इवन प्रैक्टिसिंग ऑन वर्ड. जब मैं रिवीजन तुम लोग को टाइम दूंगा ना, तब मैं लिटरली तुम लोग को बोलूंगा वर्ड पे सम सॉल्व करो. So right now, just from the initial section, we'll be practicing in order to save your time in the future. Exam, we'll be working so hard. Okay, we'll be working hard so that you save your time in your exam and you pass. Save your time, easy application, jaldi click ho. These are the 3 most important things which we'll be focusing towards. Okay, uske liye we'll be taking this 6 months time. We'll be working hard in that 6 months so that you do not have to study again. But again, like for this to happen, discipline as well as continuous contact with me is very important. एक दो lecture आए, एक दो lecture नहीं आए, वैसा नहीं चलने वाला है. If you want to sincerely pass it, then you have to do it in this way. Okay. Apart from that, I will be providing you with our material. We will be starting R in the month of December. Not right now. Once we are done with revision and stuff, chapter wise text, mock exam. Apart from that, I'll just let you know the fee structure. CS2 fee structure would be around 18,500. Yeah, I guess it's 18,500. Okay. Once you take CS2, you can basically sit for your exam. Okay, your exam plus 2 more attempts. So in case you fail, you can basically avail those services. Okay. Uh, it would you can pay within 2 installments. I'm fine with that. Okay, we'll be having a hybrid structure as I mentioned. Okay, online, offline plus recorded. I do not want to waste your time. Okay, I consider time to be the most important asset. So when I tell you it's an offline lecture, okay, when it is the most crucial chapter, when then only I'll tell you it's an offline lecture. When I tell you an online lecture, okay, it basically indicates medium range of difficulty and basically solving. With respect to recorded one, it would be the most easiest, which you can manage and which you do not require to come home. वहां पे क्लास में आके भी तुम लोग बगासा खाओगे और बोलोगे कि भाई ये तो हम लोग को आता है, ये समझ जाएगा एक बार आप समझा दो तो. That why do you want to waste time? Okay, because हम लोग को ज्यादा फोकस एप्लीकेशन एंड लर्निंग कॉन्सेप्ट्स में करना है rather than wasting time in traveling and classes. Okay. Um, and then we'll be starting R as I told you. If I'm left with anything, your portion would get completed 1 month before the exam under any circumstances. Okay, I'm very clear about these timelines. Why I'm so damn sure कि हो ही जाएगा. Even in the month of September, okay, our attempt basically was a smaller 5 months होता है. We were able to complete portion 1 month before under any circumstances. Okay, 1 month before हम लोग ने complete किया था. अब तो 7 महीने, अब तो आराम से होगा. So that's why we are quite confident that we will be able to do it. But yes, your continuous input as well as your continuous thing would be required. If you have any feedbacks between the lectures ki like sir मेरे को ये नहीं समझा sir ऐसा नहीं ऐसा सिखाओ, like if you want this chapter to be offline again offline, you can definitely tell me, we will definitely implement that. Okay. uh, Apart from that, like class timings. Okay, I will discuss the class timings. Let me be clear about that. Uh, your lectures would be done in Mumbai, okay, Matunga branch. But if you're not a resident of Mumbai or India or whatever it is, okay, you can definitely avail the online one. Okay, online maybe not more than 10 people, offline maybe not more than 15 to 20 people. Okay, so that we get full attention. Okay, to each and every student. Okay, if we even if you see our reviews, okay, previously before that we were into online mode. We have shifted to offline mode like from 4 months, okay, 4 to 6 months. Even if you see our reviews like previous your or previous during the COVID period, during the online, it didn't affect our performance. Everyone was able to focus and we were having continuous touch with student. We were able to give personal attention to each and everyone. So if you have a question ki like क्या होगा कैसे होगा online नहीं जमेगा ऐसा नहीं है online, I would see there are personal choices. Okay, there are students who have told me ki like offline sir offline better hai. There are several students who have told me ki like online is better or recorded is better. Okay, so there is a mix of opinions, but like ऐसा नहीं है कि भाई नहीं जमा. Everything is manageable, but until you study. And lectures कैसे होंगे? Lectures I will give you the time before a week if it's an online lecture. I'll give you a time before a week, like or 3 4 days. If you have any clashing requirements, कि like yes sir एक घंटा ऊपर नीचे करो, please message on the group. I'll be more than happy to change it. ऑफलाइन लेक्चर का अपन कैसे डिस्कस करेंगे? वन ऑफलाइन लेक्चर विल कीप इट ऑन संडे, और नॉट दिस संडे और नेक्स्ट संडे, बट लाइक व्हेन विल बी स्टार्टिंग विद द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट चैप्टर्स. We'll be starting with around like November, October ending or November first week. We'll be having our first offline lecture. Doubt solving का कुछ ना कुछ तो होगा. In that first offline lecture, we'll be deciding on the timings as well. कि ये टाइमिंग्स फिक्स होगा, इन केस ऑफलाइन हुआ तो यही टाइमिंग पे होगा, so that you are clear about what you need to plan. Okay. I understand कि like Saturday night से Sunday night भी बाहर जाना है. I'll be not giving you some absurd timings. Okay, it will be quite normal timing, so you do not have to worry. But your timings might get extended during the uh, last sessions because like test होगा, हम लोग R करेंगे. So after your December Jan, where we'll be moving in full force. Okay, right now we'll be moving like थोड़ा आराम से. Okay, so that you can enjoy your personal life as well as you can study from time to time. And non-important chapter we'll be doing right now, so that in case even if you like drop it out and if you want to continue next attempt because you just failed a paper or like if you have any personal reasons, or like if you even if you want to revise after that point, okay, it's manageable. Most important chapters will be starting after your results. But yes, we'll be completing around 20 to 30% of your portion before your results. Definitely, yes. Okay. And Like, yes, we do have internship opportunities with us. I have like contacts in several. I'm in Deloitte, so definitely Deloitte. I have contacts in EY. I have contacts in PwC. Apart from that, Aditya Birla Sun Life, we have people from Tokyo, Edelweiss Tokyo Life, as well as from Future generally. So we'll be having a lot of internship opportunity with us. You might be in, most of them might be in actual update groups so that they would be able to attain that. But some opportunities would be restricted to our internal students only. Okay, that's one thing. Second thing, during this 6 months, we will be having quite an interactive sessions. Okay, not only discussing about studies, but moving one step ahead, that will be introducing new courses which will help you in your basically strengthening your industrial knowledge, which would be only to our internal students, as well as apart from that, resume building, interview questions, how do you need to present at an interview within each segment of the industry, what is expected from you, what are the additional skills which could help you. Apart from that, we'll be even coaching you on those additional skills as well. So this is the plan for the next 6 months for CS2. CS2 is a very important very important subject. It requires a lot of your time commitment. Subject बहुत ज़्यादा easy है, but it has a lot of concepts. So understanding that is very important. Learning that is very important. In order to do that, you will have to have time commitments. So in case if you are working, make sure you manage your time well. Every day, I'll give you a best idea. If you are working, क्या Monday to Friday lectures देखो, lectures का learning Friday का करो, Saturday Sunday खाली sum solving. Best way to go. Okay, और ऐसा नहीं कि नहीं होएगा, 100% manage हो जाएगा. ठीक है? If you are not working, okay, uh, search for, if you have done at least 3 papers, then search for the internship opportunities right away. We'll definitely help you. Give me like your, whenever we ask for CV, give us your CV. We'll definitely forward. Apply for internships. Okay. And towards the end, मतलब suppose तुम लोग को March April में internship मिल रहा है, ask your company to basically extend your internship, your starting date after your exam. If you're getting internship right away, take it. I would be more than happy to take. I would be more than happy that you take up internship. But like if you think you won't be able to manage studying after taking internship because it will require your time till 7 o'clock 8 o'clock, and then you come home by 9, then you start studying for 2 3 hours, again you need to sleep. In case you do, if you can't manage those stuff, make sure that you do not take up an internship, and take up an internship after CS2. I never tell no to take up internships or those stuff. I'm just telling you this for this because this requires a lot of commitment. कोई भी और पेपर बचा हो, CM2 है, CS1 है, CM1 है, I would be more than happy to take internship. But CS2 एक ऐसा पेपर है जिसमें बहुत सारा time commitment चाहिए. So that's why. I think I have covered most of the points. If you have any additional questions, you can ask me. We will be providing you with each and every material, textbooks and like a revision, so notes, like a flash cards से लेके question papers तक सब कुछ. R का भी notes सब कुछ. You do not have to worry about that. If you have any additional question, please do let me know, or else we can conclude for the day. And by tomorrow, I'll give you a task or how we need to proceed. I'll give you an idea about that as well. From tomorrow, we'll be starting with CS2. Any questions here?
Around what time will be tomorrow's lecture?
Let me plan that. I don't think so. Because we'll be starting with chapter 15. That also the initial section. So I'm planning around Wednesday or Thursday to be the first lecture. और starting का जो exponential gamma जो revision करने वाला है, I'm planning to take that recorded up.
Okay.
Something like that. So tomorrow won't be a lecture definitely.
Cool. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. And yeah, percentage of offline, online. Offline would be at least 50 to 60% of all your portion would be done offline this time. At least. Any additional questions you have, you can ask me. Or else we can conclude for the day. And I'll give you the plan for further by tomorrow.
I don't have anything further to ask.
Okay, perfect. Then we can end today's lecture. In case if anyone wants to have a word with me, can stay back personally. Or else, if anyone wants to leave, they can leave. It's okay. Perfect.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.
Have a great
Bye-bye.
day.
Yeah.
Have a great
Bye.
day. Bye bye. No problem. Bye bye.